collection. Almost we have covered each and everything, I think. If I miss anything, please let me know. Okay, and we have started the map interface. So map is also a alternate part of the collection, you can say. Otherwise somebody people are saying like it's a part of the collection framework, so that is also fine. So basically map is one of the it's a look like a different from the collections, because in the collection we are storing a object only, and there is no key value pair. But if you go with the interface, you can see key value pair. So these are the some difference of the behavior to store the data. But map is also part of the collection framework only. Okay, but separately we are learning the map interface, because while storing a data into the map, it's a little bit difference. Okay, so let's start with the map interface. And map is one of the interface, and it's a parent interface of all those map collections. Okay, what are the map having a implemented classes we are going to discuss. We are going to try to do work with that implemented classes, and we can learn how we can use it, what is the purpose of those particular implemented classes, all those things. Okay, so let's start with understand what exactly map. So map is basically it's a interface, you can say. Okay, and that interface is capable to store the data as a key value pair. So that is called a collection framework that defines a collections of the key value pair, where each key is a unique. So you have to tell like map is an interface, and map is capable to store the data as a key value pairs, and the key is should be unique. There are several subclasses of the map in Java, some of which we can include it. Like you can see here, first number HashMap, LinkedHashMap, TreeMap, and Hashtables. Apart from this, some more also we have, but those I think as a Java developer or as a freshers, we don't require to know about it. But as of now, you have to just understand what is the HashMap, LinkedHashmap, TreeMap, and Hashtable. This is the more important for the interview point of views, and also for doing some project also. So that is very important. So first I will explain those things, then later if I feel, definitely I will explain those things also. What are the other implemented classes we have? Okay, so let's go with the HashMap. So HashMap map is an interface, so we can't create object for that, right? So we can only create an object for the implemented classes. So implemented classes is nothing but HashMap. Let's talk about the HashMap. So this is the most commonly used implementation. That is right, because if you talk about maps, so everybody people are saying okay, let's go with the HashMap, because HashMap is very popular and you can use in any situation, no issue in that. Okay, so this is the most commonly used implementation of the map interface in Java. It is use a hash table to store its key value pairs, allowing for the constant time access and insertion. Constant time access means whatever the value you are trying to store inside the HashMap, those will take a constant time for deletions also, insertion also. However, iteration order is not granted. Iteration order is not granted. It means that if you store some data, so at the end of time, maybe they will not give you a guarantee to store your data in a insertion orders. Okay, we have like a hash set. So I hope you know about the hash set. This will not maintain the insertion order. Yeah, this is not a order collection. So same thing, it will also be have like that. So it will not give exactly whatever the insertion order you have inserted the data. Maybe internally it will do the sorting, and it will not give you exact data what inserted order you follow, those kind of the data. Okay, so before going to understand some other implemented classes, let's try to understand how we can create an object of the HashMap, how we can put our data inside this, how we can use it, how we can fetch the data from side HashMap. Okay, so once implemented classes we can understood, then we can do the operations with any other implemented classes, no issue in that. So let's start with the Eclipse. So now I'm going to the Eclipse, and I will create one more project. No, I think not required. So inside the collections only I will create one more package called map. Okay, so let me create one class, and I will change the package name also, the com.map, and here I will give HashMap test. Okay, HashMap test class I have created. You can create any class name, that is fine. Okay, Now we need to understood how we can create an object for the HashMap, because we know the map will able to store the key value pairs. What are the methods having in the HashMap to put the data? For example, if you talk about the collection, so for collections we have a add method to add the data inside the collections, like array list, linked list, whatever we have. We have a get method, so we can get the data some particular index. We have some method called remove, update. So those methods we have in collections, but what are the methods are available in map, we can discuss. Okay, let me write a main methods. Okay, once you write a main method, now we have to create an object of the HashMap. So map is a parent of the HashMap, so we can store our HashMap in map reference value. Okay, so we can store the map reference value, but the problem is, let me write. So this is the map. I have selected the map. Okay, so map is important. Map is also available in java.util package, and it's having a map, and map is a interface. So here if you see, this is the generic type. This is what? This is the generic type. If you go with the collections, a list, if you see, for example, if you go with the list, so, oh my god, what time written. If you go with the list, so here you are able to see like E is nothing but it's a generic type only. So list is capable, like collection implemented classes is capable to store the object only. Okay, object reference only, so it will provide only E. But here if you see, it's providing like a key and value. So first one is key and second one is a value. This is the generic type. So here you can give like a student, here you can give a integers. Okay, in the same thing, in the key also and value also you can give something type shape. So generic is nothing but we are providing a generic for the type shape only. If you remove it also, no issue. Okay, so let me write normally. So map m equal to new HashMap. If I write here HashMap, and if I remove this one also, not need to write any extra things. So this is the one object we have created, which is the HashMap object we have created, and we have stored this HashMap into the map interface reference, because map is a parent of the HashMap, so map is easily capable to store the HashMap object. Clear? Okay, but the problem is, right now you can store inside the HashMap key value pairs. So in the key you can store anything, and in the value also you can store anything, like a collection. Okay, so let me store, and we have some method called put method. Store data in map, we can use put method. Okay, so this is the method we have. So we can write map interface reference dot put methods. So if you see here put method, so put is a something like one method is available here, which is taking object as a key and object as a value, because we have not given any type shape or generic for that. Okay, so let me go with the put and write here. So here I will write something like pk, which is a string, and here also I will give something like some data. Okay, both are string. I will write one more, so m dot put I will write, and here I will write like 1 2 3, and here I will write also something like that 1 2 3. Yeah, Java you can write. Okay, control alt down arrow you can put, and you can store multiple data. If you want to store something like integer value, you can store. If you want to store some double value, you can store. If you want to store some boolean value, you can store. No issue in that, because whatever the collections we have created, those collection is internally created like that, because we have not specified the type shape or generic. So we have assumed that if you not give anything, by default it will become object comma object. So object comma object is what? Object comma object is what? So it is capable to store any type of the object. So because of that we have given. We can give here also. After HashMap we can provide the generic, okay, and through that also we can make a type safe. So those things we are doing before Java 1.8, but right now we don't want to write those things. We can easily remove it, then also it will work. So this is the standard. Now it's become to write a code for that HashMap or whatever the map implemented classes we have or collections. Okay, now I want to print. So we have as of now inserted so many data. Now I want to print those data. What I can write? I can write this out, and in the HashMap we assume like already having a twisting method. So just print the m. Okay, so if I print m, let's see the output. What will happen? Okay, let me run with the Java applications. Okay, so clearly you can see here we have inserted some data like 1 2 3, which is true, okay, and pk is 2 3 4 and 1 2 3 equal to something. But one more data we miss it, okay, because one more data means like we have inserted 1 2 3 4 data, but 2 data key is same. So if 2 data key is same, it's updated with the latest value only, okay. So if you see here 1 2 3 key is same, so it's updated with the first it's store 1 2 3 with Java, and later 1 2 3 key it's updated with the 3 4 3 5. Okay, so this is the something mistake. So we have to write a unique key here. So for example, we have to write a unique key because key is not duplicate, and if you put duplicate, it will update with the latest data. So maybe you can confuse and you are not able to write anything. Okay, let me write A. Okay, now I can run. So our all those key will become a unique, and you can see here data A equal. Or one more thing also, you have assumed that first I have inserted pk, but pk is in the second. Okay, so how you inserted data, it will not give guaranteed to give insertion order only when you try to fetch the data. Okay, so that is the problem having a HashMap, and that is fine. It's having a behavior like that only. It will not give the data in the insertion orders if you fetch. Okay, so it will give the zigzag or something internally, it's doing the sorting. So because of that, it will not give the exactly whatever the insertion order you have follow for inserting a data, it will give some other order. Okay, I hope you understood and you are able to store the data inside the map, and you were able to print those data also. Now I don't want to take key as a object, I want to take key as a something integers. Okay, and value is something like a string type of the value I want to store. Okay, so now if you see, we are getting some error because in the key we have put a integer value, so that will not work. Okay, so let me comment only this value is working, 1 2 3 and Java. So you can give, like if you want to store some student details like student numbers, roll numbers and student name, so that time you can take the help of this map, which is HashMap, and we can store all those data. Okay, so that time it will work good. If you want to store a integer is a roll numbers, and here if you want to store a student type of the data, you can store it, no issue. Okay, so it's a very high levels you can do also. You can store list of the student, you can store map of the student, so many things you can do. Okay, but as of now, just understand like how we are putting the data inside this and what are the way to put the data. So this is something like a generic. So generic means if you not give anything like that, it will assume that by default key is a object and value is also a object type. So in the object type, object is capable to store any type of the data. So because of that, we are not getting error while inserting a data here. But now we have changed those to the type safe. Type safe means we have given some safety. Hey, you don't want to store key as any other things. You have to store only key as a integer value. I have restricted hey value. You don't want to store anything. You have to store only and only string value. You don't want to store integers. so it will become a type shape. Now in this particular part, if you try to store any data apart from the string, it will not store. It will not store. So that is the generic and type shape. So somebody people are saying, okay, this is the generic. Generics provides to store data in type shape manner in collections. Okay, so this is the things you have to notice. Okay, and this is very important. Once you understood, you can give in each and every time based on your requirement. You can give the what is the key, and based on the requirement you can give what is the value you have to store, and you can store here anything, no issue in that. Okay, fine. So I hope you understood what is the HashMap and how it's working. And go to the slide once, and we have discussed like it's commonly used implementation. The map interface in Java, it is a hash table. It stores the key value pairs. So we have seen like it's storing a key value pairs, allowing for the constant time access, so you can access the constantly also. However, iteration order is not granted. So iteration order means whatever the order you have inserted data, it will not give the guarantee to fetch the data in the same orders. Okay, let me add some more value. So it will not work with the add, you have to go with the put, and here I can give something 1 2, and here I will give something like my name. Okay, and just give the this one. If I want to fetch the data, this is the we have used for print all HashMap data, but I don't want to print all those HashMap data. I want to print one unique data, and let me fetch 1 2 3 key value. So for example, I want 1 2 3 key value, so easily you can take it, no issue in that. So what you can write is, you can write the reference name of the HashMap. So m.get method we have. So in the get method you have to pass your object key, and through that object key, so what is the key? 1 2 3. Once you pass this key, it will return you value for that key. So what is the value for that key? Is Java. So if you print this value, okay, which is a string, so it will definitely bring the Java. So this is the one method for the Java. So you can see here we are able to see Java. Okay, so we can fetch the data from the HashMap also, okay, with the help of the get methods. Okay, there is so many ways to do all those kind of the things. Okay, but as of now you understood, that is fine. Okay, let me go and tell you like how we can iterate one by one HashMap object. Okay, in so many places it's required, and it's a necessary to know about it also. Okay, so for example, if you want to print one by one details, because right now we are printing at a times all those data with the help of the string, that is not good practice. Okay, because we have to know the iterations also. So let me create one class, and I will give map test, map iteration. So in the map iterations class we can create one main methods. Okay, and I will create one HashMap. So I will give a map. Okay, inside the map I will give key as a integer, and I will give value as a string. You can give anything, but I am giving those things. Okay, and here you can write the students, and here I will write new HashMap object is created. Now I want to add some of the student. So it's students dot put. I will give the key as a 1, and I will give the value as a prince. So this is the one student I have stored. Control Alt arrow down, if you put, you can store multiple student here. So let me change the ID to 3 4 5 6, and value is called Deepak. Okay, Avinash, Ajay, Sonu Adit. So this is the sum value I have stored inside this map. As much value you want to store, you can store, no issue in that. Okay, you can take the help of the loop also to store the data inside this. You can take the data from the users and you can store inside this. That is also possible. Okay, that is also possible, no issue in that. Okay, now what I am doing is, now I will I will create one what we call I will print those data one by one like a table format. So for that I have to take the help of the for loop. Otherwise we can take the for each iterations over map. Okay, so if you go with that one, if you see here, so this is the for map dot entry set all type the value map dot entry set and get key get value. Okay, so like that also you can do it. Okay, but let me write it's clear, it will not look like a good. So I will write a first like this is one of the other iterations, it will do the work in the collections. I don't want those things, why you are giving me. Okay, so this is my for loop. Inside the for loop I will write what is the data having inside this. So this map having a something data like key data. Okay, so based on the key I have to iterate. Okay, so I can assume, okay, let's suppose like first take the list of the key. Okay, so I want a list of the key, I want only key. Just assume I want these all keys from the map. What I can write, one more thing, store all key of map in one collections. Okay, so many times the interviewer will ask you these questions, so please be careful. So student start key set. So we have one method called key set. Once you call this method key set, it will return you one collection set, which is set of integers, which is keys. You can give anything. So this is nothing but a student ID, so you can write here a student ID, students ID. So this is the student ID you have fetched. If you print this, let me remove this one. If you print this ID, you can see in this ID we have all those ID are the availables. Let me print once. Okay, oh my god. So I have printed students, I don't want to print students, I have to print student ID. Okay, and let me run once again. So you can see all those ID we have stored in one set collection. Okay, which is set of the integers, and set will provide the unique value, it will not store the duplicate value. That is the one thing. Okay, so that's why it will store in the, for example, I want all those value. Okay, for example, I want all those value. Do you have any way? Let me check. Students dot. Okay, so here if you go, like we have a method called clear, compute if, contains key, contains value. So contains value will return map only. So whatever the value contains, so return the true if the map, so it will check like this object is available in the map or not. If it is available, it will return true or false. I don't want those. Entry set, so those I think we don't want. Equals we don't want. For each we don't want. Key we have already seen. Hash code, HashMap, key set. So through key set we have get all those keys value. Merge we don't want. Notify all not. Put all, remove, replace, displace value. Okay. So this is the value. Value is very important. Value will give you a list of the collections. That is I think nice. So we can use a value. Okay. So we have a one value methods. Okay, and this value will return us. Okay, if you return us, this is the collections. This is return one collections. If you return this collection, so let me write this is the list. Okay, it's storing or not? So it's not storing. It will support with the collections only. Okay, so let me write collections. It's a interface. So all value you store inside the collections. Let me print once. Okay, value. So our map value we have converted into the collections based on the key and based on the value. I hope it's a very useful for the logical questions. So when you start doing a logical questions, it's a very helpful key set method. This is the key set method, this is the value method. So how to take all those key, how to take all those value, that is very important methods. Okay, so once you have all those key, once you have all those value, if you want to print, what you can do, you can write one for enhance for loop, you can say enhance for loop, and here you can write one integer I, and you can write enhance for loop here with the colons you can write, and here you can pass your student ID. Okay, so once you pass your student ID, it will give 11 ID, and those 11 ID, based on the 11 ID, you can print all those student data. Okay, so for example, you want to print first ID. So what is the ID? So ID is nothing but I. You can give plus and some space you can give, or in the space also you can give something hyphen, and again plus, and you can give here whatever the value we have. So students map dot get method we have. So through the get we can pass our key, which is I, and through the I we can print the value. So this method will give the value of this particular ID from students map. Okay, let me print it. So once you print it, you can see all those value we have iterated one by one. So 1 is Prince, 2 is Deepak, 3 is Avinash, 4 is Ajay, 5 is Sonu. All value we have printed. Same thing you can use for the value also, you can print it. So these are the something method you have to understand, and you have to know about how we can do the work with this, and that is really very important methods. Okay, that is really important methods. Okay, so this is the one things we understood. Okay, let me understand some other way, like how we can store multiple student data in one collection. So if I create one class, okay, if I create one class like HashMap, okay, student test data, anything I have given one class name, and inside the class I have created one main methods. Inside the main method, if you see, like I'm going to create multiple map. Multiple map means for one map I will create for one student. Okay, so for example, I want to create one map, so I will take the help of the HashMap only. So I can create HashMap like that also. HashMap key is nothing but I will take a string, and value is also I will take as a string. That is fine. And here I will give S1. So this is the student number 1. New student. Okay, new, not a student, I have to write a HashMap only. Okay, so this is the HashMap. So for S1 I have created one HashMap. I will write here S1 dot put, and I will give the key. So key is nothing but I will give 101, this is student key. So I don't write like that. Key is I will mention write student ID. So I will write student ID, and here I will pass student value is 101. Okay, Control Alt arrow down, so it will add some value. Here I will give a student name, and name I will provide here Prince. This is the one student only. Here I will give a student age, and here I will write a age also. Okay, here I will give something called course, COURS course, and course I will give Java. Okay, here I will give something like fee, and fee is nothing but 1000 I will take it. Okay, so one student I have created. Let me copy and create one more student. Okay, and this is nothing but S2 we can consider, and whenever S2 we have, so this is the S1 only. So I will press Alt, and I will put my cursor multiple places because I have to convert it to the S2. Okay, that is wrong, it happened. Let me again do it. So you have to put everywhere your cursor, multiple cursor, and now you can review one and you can press 2. Okay, so it will change everywhere to S2. And now I will give the student ID is 2, student name is Ajay, and age is 21, course is Python, and value fee I will give something like 3000. Okay, this is the student 2. If you want to add more, you can add it. Now I want to store this student inside the one list. Okay, so how can I do it? I have to create one list. Okay, and inside the list I have to store map, which is HashMap, you can say, or map also. So I can say map, and in the map I have to store the key is a string. Okay, and value is also a string. Okay, and here I will write students equal to new array list, new array list. So what will happen, this is capable to store, so here you can give the types of also, and if you not give also, that is fine. If you give, that is good. Okay, so this is the types if we have mentioned for it. No, it's required. Okay, so like that you can create your object of the list of map. So you can store list of map, you can store map inside list also. So like that, so many things you can do. Okay, and in the next line what I'm going to do is, okay, I'm going to store all those students inside this list. So what I will do, I will write students dot add, and I will add first S1. Okay, and then I will add the S2. So students dot add. Okay, S2 I have added, and semicolon. Now I want to print all those students. Print all those student data. So what we can do, we have a one what we call map. So we can take the help of the for loop, and inside the for loop in the list having a map. So I will write here map. Okay, and inside the map I will give what is the key and value. So better to copy it. Okay, because inside this whatever it's available you can pass here. Okay, we are going to enhance for loop only, and write here S and S. Okay, yeah, fine. And here you can write students. Okay, and then after you can open it and you can print all those student value, which is S. So once you print it, it will display in one of the, wait, let's see. So if you see here, it's printed. Okay, student ID is 101, student age is 24, student name is Prince, fee is 1000, course is Java, student 2 ID, student age, student name, fee, course. So this is nothing but it's look like a table. So this is the table format we have display. Okay, this is the table format we have display. So like that also you can do the operation, that is possible. Okay, so there is so many way we can do it. Like you can create like that also in the map. In the map only you can give this is the list, and inside the list you can give something called inside the list you can give something called a string, or you can again give the list inside this also, and value also you can give something like a string or list, that is fine. And here you can write some of the map equal to new HashMap. Okay, HashMap. But make sure while storing a data you have to store here as a key list data only, because you have taken key as a list data. So you have to write here key as a list. Okay, so those things through that you can add so many things, and you can link one application to another applications, one data to another data. Whatever the big amount of the data you have, you can store it inside the map or list combination, and that is possible. So mainly in the real time, everybody peoples, whatever the developers are doing the code, they are using this list and map combination almostly. So you have to do the process of your knowledge in that technology, in that framework. Okay, collection. So that's why everybody are saying collection is very, very important. Okay, and with the help of the collections you can store any kind of the data and you can pass those data one class to another class. Okay, so this is something called HashMap we have discussed. Let me go to the slide and discuss about LinkedHashMap. So LinkedHashMap is a subclass of HashMap that maintains the order of insertion of its key value pair, but it's maintain the insertion order. That is the one important things we have. But the HashMap is not maintain the insertion orders, and LinkedHashMap is maintain the insertion orders. Okay, and it's store the value as a key value pair, same thing, and allowing for the predictable iterations order. Predictable iteration order means what are the orders you have stored the data, same order you can fetch it also. What about the TreeMap? So before going to the discuss about the TreeMap, we can do one example of the LinkedHashMap so that we can understand. Okay, so let me create one more class for the LinkedHashMap, because I believe writing a code is a good thing to grab a knowledge easily. Okay, learning a practical is not a good full and it's not a useful also. So because of that, I will write for the even one single line of the theory. I will try to write a code for that so that you guys can understand. Okay, this is the really we have to do it. Okay, so link has set HashMap we have. Okay, linked HashMap. So I will create a linked HashMap test. This is the one test class I have created. Inside this I will go and I will write one main methods, and here I will create one link HashMap java.util can take, and here you can give key as a something integer value or a string value, that is fine, and value is also a something called a string value. Okay, let me remove this one. Okay, and this is the LinkedHashMap, and the new LinkedHashMap I will create. Okay, and this LinkedHashMap is a parent of the map only, so you can put here map also. No need to write a LinkedHashMap, and you can just import the map that will work. Okay, fine guys. Okay, so I hope you know the inheritance, so you don't want to worry about like why we are writing a map sometimes, why we are writing a LinkedHashMap side. So why I have written like while creating an object we can give the reference as a parent also and child also, which is the creating the object for that. So those also you can give here, and those are capable to store the object of the, like parent is capable to store the child class object. So because of I am giving, and through that later you can understood why we are giving like that, what is the purpose, because it will make our whatever the objected and coding we have done, those are the loose coupling. Okay, fine. LHM dot put some data, so same methods we have, so we can give some key as a prints and something value, we can give 1 2 3, so we can store the data. Let me store some of the data, so I don't know we store like that. Control Alt arrow down, and you can copy some of the data, and here I will write something A, here I will write something B, and here I will write something ACC, here I will write something like D. So key should be different and values should be same, no issue in that. That I will show you in the LinkedHashMap, and simply you can print this LinkedHashMap with the help of the sout LHM, that's it, and you can run your code easily. Okay, let me run your code, and you can see the output. It's maintained the insertion order. First is printed A, printed B, printed ACC, printed, and finally it's printed the S. So it means that if you want to store your data and fetch your data in the insertion order, let's take the help of the LinkedHashMap. This will give a better performance, and very easily your requirement will fulfill and you can able to achieve your desire. Okay, I hope you understood. Same thing whatever I have discussed for the HashMap, same thing you can apply in the LinkedHashMap also, and try to practice please, so that you can become a good Java developer. Okay, what about the TreeMap? So TreeMap, this is a implementation of the map interface only that use a red black tree internally. So I hope when you are in the I think 4th semester or 5th semester, you have one subject called data structure. In data structure you have learned what is the red black tree and how we are marking our red black tree with the red and black marker. Okay, So those we know. So internally TreeMap is storing the data with the help of the red black tree to store a key value pairs. It maintain the element in the sorted order. So if you put any data inside this, it will make it a sorted order. That is the by default property having a TreeMap, allowing for the efficient range query and other operation that require to store data. So one benefit you can get if you want to data in sorted order, you can take the help of TreeMap. Let's go here, and here only we are trying to apply it. So let me convert this LinkedHashMap to TreeMap. Okay, let me convert this TreeMap. TREE tree. Done. I have not created any any other classes. I have just changed the LinkedHashMap to the TreeMap, and let me print what is the behavior we are able to see here. So if you see the behavior, it's really sorted. First it will came A, then ACC, then B, and then P, and then S. So this is nothing but based on the key, it's sorted our map object by default. You don't want to apply any logic for the sort the data. So that is the power of TreeMap. Okay guys, so I hope you understood TreeMap, what is the default behavior, and internally it's working like a what? Internally it's working like a what? It means it's internally working like a red black tree. Okay, let me do one more thing here. LHM dot put, I will write put, and I will give one value as a null, and I will try to give this value as a something 1 2 3. Is it support? Let me check once. So if you run this, it will not support it. So as a key, it will not accept any null value. It's giving directly null pointer exception. So why you are putting key as a null? Please remove it. So once you remove the key as a null, it will not give any exceptions. Okay, so let me write some key as a 2 3, and here value as a null I'm going to provide. So key as a null, TreeMap will not support, HashMap will not HashMap will support for one single key, not more than that. LinkedHashMap will not support, and TreeMap will not support for the key null, but it will support for value. Value should be null. Let me write one more times, Control Alt arrow down. Sorry. And here I will write 21. Let me run once again. Again it's supported, no issue. As much you want as a null, as a value you want to store, you can store, no issue. Okay, I hope it's clear guys. Okay, let's go with the Hashtable. So this is the synchronized implementations of the map interface. Synchronize means what? Synchronize means if some of the particular resources or object it's make as a thread safe, it means only one thread can access at the one time. That is called a synchronize. So Hashtable is a synchronize. HashMap, LinkedHashMap, TreeMap is not a synchronize. Okay, this is not a thread safe, but Hashtable is a synchronize. It's a thread safe. Okay, I hope you clear. So when you required some object you want which is having a thread safe, then go with the Hashtable and create an object of the Hashtable and put your data. Okay, this is the map interface that is similar to the HashMap only. However, it is really used to modern Java development due to its synchronization overhead. Okay, so what we have rarely means sometimes we are using this Hashtable in the modern Java development, because Hashtable will synchronize and it's a thread safe, so it will not allow to access multiple thread at the same time. So because of that, one issue will be created. Okay, so issue means not a issue we can say, but it's a in that situation that is fine for the maintaining the thread safe of our resources, but really we are using it. Okay, so I hope it's the same thing only. you can't see the what is the thread set, but if you create two threads, so those things we can discuss in the multi-threads, and we can create two threads and we are trying to access the hash table resources, we are able to access or not. Okay, then we can analyze it. Okay, let's go and understand. Each of these map subclasses provides a different performance characteristics, and it's optimized for different use cases. By using the appropriate map implementation, developer can improve the performance and scalability of the Java application. So for example, we have a multiple classes implementations, but you have to choose particular classes based on your requirement only. So you have to see what is my requirement. I have to store like that data, I have to store like that data. Based on that, you can decide which one I have to take to store the data. That is the better situation and better decisions for you. Okay, so let's understand some more about it. This is the map hierarchy. Okay, in the map hierarchy, this is the parent class of the map. Okay, and this is the sorted map, navigable map. You can see here the green color will represent as an interface, and this color color will represent as a class. So Hashtable is a one class, HashMap, LinkedHashMap, TreeMap, those we have already discussed, and those are the interface, so we have not discussed yet. Okay, and these are the implementing and extending we have understood. Okay, so this is the hierarchy. Okay, now we can understand what is the internal working of the map. That is very important topics, so don't miss those video. If you miss the internal working of HashMap, you can't crack the interview also, because each and every interview people are asking, can you please explain me internal working of HashMap. So I hope as of now you understood what is the map, what is the map interface, what are the map interface implemented classes we have, and how we are doing work with them. Those things we understood. Okay, let me create one class for the Hashtable. Okay, let me show you like how it will work also. Okay, Hashtable. So Hashtable test, I will create one class. So this class is created, and let me write the main method, and you can create a Hashtable. You can see here Hashtable available in java.util. Here you can give key. So key I will take as a integers, and value I will take as a string, string. Okay, and Hashtable equal to new Hashtable. So this is the object we have created, and this is the Hashtable dot put method you can use to store the data inside this. So we can take 1, 2, and this is the string, so we can use Java. Okay, and ht dot put, we can store 1, 3. Okay, we can store value as a something called Java is. Okay, and control alt arrow down you can do, and you can store here something called 45, and you can write ASO. Okay, so those are things, and you can easily print those data also with the help of directly Hashtable. Okay, and if you want to print, you can just click on that and you can see the output. But right now you can't understand like how they are storing the data. Okay, it will also not maintain the insertion orders, you can see. Okay, it will not maintain the insertion order, and the main point is like it is a thread shape. So Hashtable is a thread shape. Hashtable class is thread shape. So that multiple thread can access the data one by one only. Okay, so this is the things about the thread shape we have to know. Okay, if you want to see really, so you have to create a 2 threads, and you have to execute this data inside that, then only you can do the practical. So practical we can do, no issue in that. But once we understood the thread and what is the multi-thread, then I will definitely explain these things one more time. What is the thread shape, what is the synchronize keyword, how it is working, and how we can come up with that. Okay, so whatever the things I have missed right now and I am not able to prove and show you, I will cover it later. Okay, Do you have any guys issue? Please let me know. If you have any confusion in that, please let me know. And make sure do the practice and practice. If you do practice, then only you can become a good Java developer. Otherwise, no. Okay. Theory will not give you anything. Theory will just give you something awareness. But if you do the coding, you get confidence and you feel like, okay, I am a Java developer. I have a knowledge to write a code. Okay. Thank you so much for watching my video. We can discuss something in the new video. Thank you.